Today is April 1st, 2025, and this is day 2 of our small account challenge for the group. We had a lot of momentum today on a lot of different stocks. After opening bell, it was really hard to focus on one specific stock. But hey, if you made a profitable trade on any of them, you need to congratulate yourself. Don't worry about, hey, I missed the really big mover, because you know what? I missed the really big movers. But I'm happy with the profit that I made on this trade because I executed the trade exactly as I planned. And I even told the group in advance what I was looking for. The trade that I took was on ICCT, and this was a stock that we had on watch from yesterday. And I had told the group that we had this $3.33 level, which was a critical level. We would need a decent setup or a 200 EMA bounce. And I told the group in advance that that's what I was looking for. The 200 EMA bounce, which is when price comes down to it and holds it and then pushes hard up. You'll usually get a pretty good momentum move whenever you see that. So that's what I was looking for, because I knew it was going to take some juice to get through the $3.33 critical level. So right at opening bell, you can see we had two candles. It doesn't matter. The color doesn't matter, okay? We had two candles do that tail to the 200 and they held, right? So my objective was to get in above this critical level and then use that as my stop loss. So as long as price held, maybe a penny or two below it, I would stay with the trade and stair step my way up. So I got in at $3.36. My stop was $3.32, which is a near zero risk. My reward was definitely 3 times my risk in this case, right? You can see that just visually looking at my entry, because I was going to stay with the trade as long as I possibly could. And as long as price kind of stair stepped and volume profile was holding true to form, I would stay with the trade, and I did. We had this high here. I drew a line over that volume bar down here, because that was a high price on high volume. And on the pullbacks, I want the pullback seller volume to be lower than that. And then monitor the next high price, and it needs to exceed this prior one. Well, we had this high right here on this candle. This bar was a little bit below this candle right here in terms of volume. So that was kind of signaling, hey, momentum is slowing. I should plan my exit soon. And we had this higher, but this was a halt. And so this volume isn't going to be easy to read. You can't rely on this volume. And then this was a doji, a big doji. And so that kind of told me, hey, I don't know really what's going on here. I'm going to get out on the next high push. And I did. We had several candles hit this level right here. And I was able to get out at $4.94 right here. So I made $328.64 on this trade on ICCT that only took me 14 minutes. And that brought my account up to $1,031. Okay, so in just 2 trades, I have doubled my account. Even though there was another trade that I could have actually made $555. I think it was on RSLS, but I didn't take that trade because I'd already taken this trade. But I'm going to be happy with this. I've doubled my account, more than doubled my account in just 2 trades on my first 2 days. You'll see how this snowballs. Once you get to a certain level, it's somewhere in the $6,000 and $7,000 range. Once you reach that dollar amount and you can leverage all of it, all of a sudden your profits in your account just starts to grow exponentially. That's where we stand right now, and we had amazing trades today. And I was able to give you guys an opportunity to trade an IPO, where most people can't trade those because they don't know where's price going to go next. Am I going to get in at a top? Am I going to get in at a bottom? But when you're able to trade the levels that I provide you, even though they're predictive levels and price has no relationship with these levels whatsoever, when I give them to you, they will be confirmed. And I teach this in some of the earlier videos on the training website, how to use a predictive strategy and confirm those levels in advance so that you can trade them confidently. If you can confirm them, then those levels will be valid. So I was able to do that for WTF. I know some of you guys were trading that and made a lot of money. I had confirmed the $9.35 target. Right after I posted it, price just really took off. I mean, it went from the $9 range all the way up to the 15, and now it's gone all the way up to the 23. And do you see how accurate my levels are? Hit this level here, hung out at this level, tagged this level precisely. Do you see that tail to that level? This is what I mean by if you're able to confirm levels, price is going to find them and it's going to react to them beautifully. So then we had these candles found this level, these candles found this level, these candles found this level like a dream, and here we are, 3 candles right here. If you're not confident in using the predictive strategy, I'll provide those for you, those levels for you. This stock, I think, opened, what time did it open? At 10 o'clock. I posted it 2 hours later and my levels were spot on. That's the beauty of that. For those of you guys who traded that stock, congratulations and you're welcome. We also had RSLS, we had BIAF. These were stocks that ran over 100% today. ICCT, CSAI was another one. I can't remember how much it gained. So that's the update for this video. Again, we want to help each other with this challenge. As you're watching stocks on your flex grid in the morning, tell the rest of the group what you're seeing. We're looking for the EMA bounces, either the 50 or the 200. Price doesn't come down to the 200 very often. Okay, so you're not going to see that one very often. Let's look at RSLS. It came down here, right? It bounced here. It had crossed below, but it came here, it reclaimed it here. Did it hit it ever again? No, not till it was selling off. So you're not going to see the 200 EMA very often, but if you do see it, it's going to be a pretty decent little trade for you. BIAF, it was a crazy stock. It did the same thing. It actually found the 200 a couple of times today. This was a pretty good little pop right here. This one was a really good little pop right here. At opening bell, that's usually, or just a few minutes after opening bell, that's a good trade to look for. But you're just not going to get it very often. If you can't find that one, then what you're going to look for is a setup above a Discord level. And I've talked about that setup constantly. Those are your go-tos, your EMA bounces or EMA cross, or your Discord setup where price pulls back and holds a Discord level and you get in and you use that as your stop loss and then you just let it stair step up to your next targets. All right, so help each other out in this challenge. That's what we're here for. We want to be able to just be champions for each other. So I look forward to that happening, and I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions, let me know and we'll talk soon.